In the United States' largest city, the private sector is about to be put under a blanket COVID vaccine mandate. The mandate in New York City starts in late December and would cover some 184,000 businesses and companies. It is the most sweeping vaccine mandate for any state or big city in the U.S. Under the new measure, all private employers in New York City will have to require their workers to get vaccinated against COVID-19. The move is aimed at staving off a spike of infections amid holiday gatherings. Several indicators have shown that the spread of COVID-19 is increasing in the most popular city in the United States. New York City is averaging just under 2,000 daily new cases. This is up from about 820 a day at the start of November. De Blasio cited the emergence of the COVID-19 Omicron variant. Omicron cases have been confirmed in at least 15 U.S. states, including several in New York.
It's time. Look, this is how we put health and safety first, by ensuring that there is a vaccine mandate that reaches everyone universally in the private sector. A lot of folks in the private sector have said to me they believe in vaccination, but they're not quite sure how they can do it themselves. Well, we're going to do it. We're going to do this so that every employer is on a level playing field. One universal standard starting December 27th.
The measure will apply to businesses not covered by previous vaccine mandates. In-person workers will need to provide proof that they have received at least one dose of the vaccine. Getting out of the requirement will not be allowed by agreeing to regular COVID-19 testing. The city's private sector workforce stands at 3.7 million. In Manhattan, some think it's a good idea, while others find the measure extreme and contrary to human rights.
Look, not private. I mean, it is what it is. But then again, people dying like flies. So you got to do something to stop people from dying, I guess. If they don't want to do it themselves, you got to make them do it. But at the same time, you shouldn't make people do something they don't want to do. It's cruel and unusual. It's not human right.
Honestly, I think it's a good idea, mostly because there's only so much we know about the disease and all the variants that are coming out right now. I think that it's for the collective good of everyone in the city and also at work. You know, it doesn't just protect you as an individual, it also helps protect your friends, your family members, your co-workers. There are a lot of people.
The order goes farther than a nationwide mandate set by President Joe Biden. It required companies with 100 workers or more to vaccinate workers by January 4th, but that has been stalled by court suspensions. De Blasio said he expects his mandate to survive any legal challenges. Apart from the mandate, there will be other measures which will focus on maximizing vaccination to get ahead of Omicron. In the city of 8.8 million people with 7 million adults, about 5.9 million adults have gotten at least a first dose. That translates to 84%. About 5.8 million New Yorkers of all ages are fully vaccinated. In New York City, vaccinations are already required for hospital and nursing home workers, and also for city employees, including teachers, police officers, and firefighters. A vaccination mandate for employees of private and religious schools was also announced last week. Starting December 14th, the rules for dining and entertainment would also apply to children. For indoor dining, gyms and entertainment venues, children aged 5 to 11 will have to show proof of one vaccination dose. All New Yorkers aged 12 and above will be required to show proof of 2 vaccine doses for the same venues. Some parents have embraced the kids' vaccine mandate, but others appear doubtful.
Medically, I'm not sure. I mean, if kids really need the vaccine. But some say maybe they should need it because there could be carriers. Because a kid can carry, they may not get sick, but they could be carriers. So it's good maybe to have vaccines for them, but it's a restriction for kids. Kids don't like, they like free to be free, you know.
Well, it depends on the parents. I think for me, I mean, they're not vaccinated yet. And that's my choice. I mean, if parents feel that the kids need to be protected, well, I cannot say for them. But what I can say is that I think if I have kids like that, I will not give them the vaccine at that age.
For more on this story, our correspondent Susan Tairani has sent us this report.
Mayor Bill de Blasio is calling it a first-in-the-nation measure. Opponents are calling it a lockdown against the unvaccinated. New York City will require all private sector workers to be fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus by December 27th. That's just days before a new mayor will take office here in New York City, and comes at a time when federal vaccine mandates against some private sector workers is entangled in legal battles. It's not yet clear whether or not New York's new mayor, Eric Adams, will also continue these mandates. The requirements, however, will affect some 3.6 million private sector jobs, and many business owners were shocked to hear de Blasio's abrupt announcement. They are concerned that they will face worker shortages in an already fragile economy, considering the fact that opposition to vaccine mandates is on the rise here in New York City and across the country. Mayor de Blasio also announced that children ages 5 through 11 who recently became eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine will need to show proof of vaccination for indoor dining, entertainment, and fitness. These measures come at a time when COVID cases are on the rise here in New York and across the country due to the highly contagious Delta variant. Susan Terfani reporting from New York for WION World as well.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.